Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Taking a look here at Shiba Inu. This is a request from one of my community members here, Satoshi Sancho. Thank you so much for requesting that I cover this coin. In future reference, you're part of our Discord. Just jump on over to our request section and feel free to request a coin that you'd like for me to go ahead and cover. Also, quick congratulations to our community members here for some nice profits on Algorand, Lena, and of course a big, massive profit. All targets achieved. 163.25% in 9 days from Blue Zell. That was an awesome long position there. So when it comes to Shiba Inu, and this is again, I'm sure that I got the request because we do have a swing trade open for this coin from a few weeks ago. Okay, so in truth, we are getting right back in the green and we are soon to probably take our profit targets. But before we get into that, we want to know if we're going to go further, if the price might pull back, roughly where we're at, right? So let's go ahead and talk about that. And what I want to discuss first and foremost, probably the most important thing at first, is just the monthly. Okay, so we got the monthly high, low, open, close. Is something to kind of pay attention to, and just recognize that this month low, we've been able to bottom out. We're above that level, but the previous month low, we are testing that level right now. So it's important to acknowledge that that could be a resistance level. We can also see here that the price action worked as a resistance previously. So this could essentially become the new support. Okay, so just keep in mind, this might be the beginning of a nice little run here for Shiba Inu. We want to probably wait until the price action closes above a certain level here today, such as this 0.382 Fibonacci at about 756. But we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But the bottom line, I think it's important to recognize that the monthly close, previous month close, of course, is an important thing. That's what this line here is as well. And if you actually just take a big look at the big picture, this is an important level to close above because that's been a pretty strong support level for the most part for this coin. Right there in the 700-800 range where we can see the price action coming down, wicking below a few times, but never truly closing below on the monthly. So important that we go ahead and close above that level here soon. All right. That said, let's go ahead and take a look here, of course, at the RSI. We can see coming up against 50 here. So we do got a bit of a resistance level there. Probably best to wait until that price action breaks above that level before you take a trade. Again, just a consideration, of course. Again, when prices are overextended like this here, it's hard to want to take a long, but again, there's a lot of volume coming in this coin here too. You can see that we're starting to get closer to that moving average, and that's an important thing. Speaking of volume, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the most amount of volume we have. Obviously, is down here at about 726, that lower part of the 700s. But right now, we're starting to build that volume profile at about 757. There's not a lot there yet, though. Okay, so it's important to recognize too that this is going to be an area we're probably going to need to spend some time in this area, a little bit longer before we can price action higher. But note, there is a resistance level potential here at about 815. That is roughly where the most amount of volume is here, outside of this current support level. So we got a support down here, resistance up here. We're right in between those two. Okay, so if you're going to have a profit target, of course, just know 800 to 815 is going to be a strong resistance area that we're going to probably see the price action, kind of get a little bit more resilient when the price comes up there. Okay, just something to think about. It's exactly why our profit target is just below that level too. By the way, oftentimes you want to go ahead and put your support levels, or perhaps your take profit targets, right at these support ranges based on volume. It's a really important thing to kind of pay attention to. I'm going to say the daily looks pretty decent here, but let's double check a few other things. We are up over the 20-day SMA. This is a big trend setter here, so you got to recognize that oftentimes the 20-day SMA will be somewhat of a trend and kind of let you know that you are on the right side of the track, so you break above or below it. Okay, so with us being back up above that 20-day SMA, that's a really important indicator, letting us know that should be a new support. So 750-ish, right in that range, will be the likely potential support if the price pulls back. It's no coincidence that this most recent high here is going to work as a potential low here moving forward. So a good entry to me personally would be somewhere in the 745, 750 range for a long if you're going to consider one. It may not pull back to that level, but if it does, that would be a bouncing point. It's a very common area for the price to pull back. So just know that is kind of the case. So looking at the 4 hour here, let's quickly note that we are getting rejected by the 200-day SMA. Pretty standard stuff there. We look at the RSI, hitting 70 as well. So we are getting close to the end of this little push, right? So all the more reason to expect a pullback to this range here, right between 0.618 and 0.5, kind of that golden pocket area there, essentially between 745 and 750. Okay, so all the more reason to consider an entry target here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start making this chart here for you, because oftentimes, not oftentimes, every time I make a video, I also upload a playout chart as well. So if you're kind of curious what that looks like, I provide this on my Telegram and Twitter, just so you can kind of stay abreast on what my thoughts are for the next moves for these coins here. Okay, So all in all, that's kind of what we're looking at there for SHIB. I think we're going to get that pullback to 745, 750. And if it doesn't pull back, all the more reason to leave your long position open. This is still more bullish, if you will, in a short-term time frame. Granted, the daily, we don't have confirmation that we are broken bullish, but we have some good confirmational signs on the 4-hour. So the 4-hour is looking pretty good. Obviously, we're getting that initial rejection by the 200. So for the most part, we're seeing a good little combination here. We're only about 5 4-hour candles in, about 20 hours of this continuation. We could see another 16 hours. Okay, so looking good there in that sense. We take a look at the hourly as well. Not too much to note here for overextension, but what we want to do is take a quick look at the cloud. That's kind of my favorite indicator on this time frame. If you have been watching me for some time, you'll know this. We're green lights on all categories here. In other words, not a green light to take a long position because it's overextended. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to note that we're over 70 on the RSI in multiple time frames. Oftentimes that's due for a correction or a pullback. But at this specific time, we can kind of see here that we got the lagging span for a clearer price action, and the fact that we are above the cloud and the conversion lines above the baseline. We have like these multiple confirmational signs here to leave your long position open. Now, it wouldn't hurt for you to consider taking some profits and to maybe, average your price out depending on which direction you're heading and essentially where you're at and where you got in. Okay, but a lot of my community members, they got in here. I think this morning, Satoshi Sancho, the gentleman that, or the individual that requests I cover this, they're up about 3%. But again, it does look like it wants to pull back, so it wouldn't hurt to take a little bit of profit, somewhere in the range of 50 to 70%, and then leave the rest in that trade and essentially let it ride. That's usually what I like to do because, again, profitable traders are only profitable if they're taking profit. That's just the bottom line. But cool stuff here. This trade is looking pretty good here, pretty solid. So I think we're in good shape. So moving forward, what does this mean here for us? Well, I'll send out a playout chart on our Telegram and Twitter, and of course our Discord too. Just know I have playout charts here too. And just kind of making things simple and easy for you. So I do want to congratulate a lot of our new community members here. We got some new registrations, but more importantly, a lot of new folks coming on over here to enjoy having a good time with everyone. So appreciate everyone kind of banding together and helping each other out. That's what these communities are all about, and it's really awesome to be part of that. So contact me on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord if you want to kind of reach out. Love to hear from you. Comment below as well and let me know your thoughts if you are considering long or short position with this coin. Is it going to go up or down? What do you think? Love to hear it. There's no wrong answer in most cases here. This is trading, all speculation, but you can speculate at a higher rate, oftentimes with good technical analysis. That's what I like to provide. Once more, I do have Crypto Cash Premium and Premium Plus on sale right now for our summer sale. Please be sure to check that out at cryptocash.tech, link down below. If you want to be part of some of those signals that I send out, I share all of my trades with you. And I do send somewhere in the range of about 20 to 30 signals per month for my swing trades and day trades even higher. So again, those are all available on our Discord again through Premium and then also Premium Plus. Okay, so we got some good little results here as well. So awesome stuff. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.